Hello, welcome to, I believe, Devlog number 8. I'm actually recording this kind of early, like a full week early than I typically do it. It's been like last minute, like on the last day, but I'm going on vacation, so I wanted to record it early just before I left, just to make sure it gets done. And honestly, mostly everything I wanted to get done for this devlog, I got done. Um, and I figured this would be a good concise devlog that's just about this one thing instead of just a bunch of various things. Um, so this time actually I did what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to work on the competition center and then UI for it. It's really important because the goal is for me to put out a free demo on Steam as soon as I can. It's going to go through a lot of testing before that with friends and stuff, but yeah, in order to do that, I needed to actually one, do the art for the competition center because it's been the same as it's been for since the beginning, just like this temporary area, and then a true way to select them. It was just random. It just picked one, and the idea of like the calendar system and everything just wasn't fleshed out. It wasn't really working. But it was fine because when I was actually playing the game, or developing the game, it wasn't necessary. I just needed to test competitions. But now it's pretty important for that to be the case. And it's a big part of the game, or the biggest part is to do competitions. So this is very important. So I think that's why it was easy for me to kind of buckle down and get it done. Um, I'm pretty excited about it. I think a lot of it turned out. I don't love UI, but I think the UI is great. And I really struggled with the environment, but I don't know. I kind of dig it. I had the idea of kind of what it looks like for a while, um, but I had to redo it. I kept restarting because it just wasn't turning out the way I thought it was, like in my mind, in my dreams. So it eventually, after this past couple weeks, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm actually happy with the way this looks. Um, so yeah, let's get going. Ooh, a quick thing I did too, if you can tell, is I had changed Parfait's eyes. Before they were just like red dots, but they actually are like legit good looking now. If you go on my Twitter and TikTok and stuff, you'll see a closer up look. But yeah, they look a lot better now. All right, let's head into the competition center. Ta-da! Competition center. So you probably already see a couple things. Real quick, I'll just turn around. So this is how you get back to the courtyard, or eventually the town. And there's this little side entrance that you can take to go to the your garden directly, the waterfall. Yeah, let's just go piece by piece. There's a lot here. So this is the trials. There's basically two types of competitions in the game, and I've kind of talked about this before, but not in a full setting because it's honestly changed a lot since the original idea. Um, the original idea had this. It was just this certain thing. It was like a series of competitions you have to do in a row, but I've changed it. So now it's trials are basically individual competitions. It's most similar to Chao, where you have a list of stuff you can do, and any Bobo can do any of them. Doesn't matter the rank. The only difference would be like if let's say you do a competition that is rank A or rank B, but your Bobo is rank A, they're one above. They get less rewards, like less reward money. And then if they're two ranks above, they just like legit just get nothing. Just a way, and that's probably will change exactly how it works, but I just don't want you to go into an E rank race and just dominate that kind of thing. But these are trials. I love this little. That's like that shape right there is the little on the basic Bobo, the plant Bobo. It's the little thing on their head, and I just kind of made a pattern out of it. These are like little LCD screens. It's kind of cool. And then there's the gates, and then we have a terminal. So before I open the UI, we'll kind of walk around. Registration is back here. This will not be the permanent location of it. This is where you name your Bobo. Without a named Bobo, they will leave your garden. You also can't put them into competitions at all. Something else will be going back here, which it'll be a big announcement, I'm sure, at some point, because it's pretty cool. But it's a separate thing related to competitions, but it'll be another room or another extension instead of registration. And registration will be in the town hall in the town. but currently there's no town. It's just the courtyard. And for the demo, that's all it's going to be. So for now, I have this little temporary registration area. And then we have sagas. So coming soon, you can't do it yet. And that's gonna stay that way because I don't think it should be in the demo, and there's a pretty clear reason for that. It's working, like the system is working, but it's not. Basically, the idea is trials are competitions that happen on a schedule. So, as you saw when I came in, there was a certain date. I think it was the first of spring, year zero. It's always the default I set when I test. And all the different competitions that you can get will happen on a certain schedule. Basically, every day there's new stuff to do. And in the UI you'll see in a second, you can see the next time it'll happen. And that's how that works. And the trials, like I said, the rank, you can put any Bobo in any of them. Relay races are going to be in trials, so you can do 2 to 3 Bobos at once. I'm trying to think of other changes. They're usually like they're smaller competitions in terms of like they're not as epic, I guess you could say, because I wanted this like difference between. I think it'll become clear over time when you see it happen, but basically trials, when you complete one, you get some money and an item. Sagas, on the other hand, are series of competitions. So basically they're going to be like fake in-game like companies that like have sponsored like the events. So let's say there's like a fake company, and I'm naming them sagas because it's individual to the Bobo. On this side, you're going to open the UI, and then you can pick a competition, and then you place your Bobo in a slot. But these, you'll place your Bobo down first. You'll open it up, and you'll see the sagas that that Bobo can do. And it can be all of them, but basically, let's say there's one. Like I think I had the idea of Orange Squeeze. It's like a brand name, and Orange Squeeze was like a swimming series, or a saga, and it's a saga of like 5 competitions, and they're going to be separated by rank. So like the first one is rank E, like the lowest, and then the next one is rank D. And when you put your Bobo in that slot, they'll only be able to actually do that first one. They have to beat that one to unlock the next. So it's specific to the Bobo. So when you put another one in there, they'll all be resetted to 0 if they've never done one before. And the idea of a saga is just like it's going to be over their lifetime. It'll be things that you do once your Bobo has evolved several times. You come back and you do these sagas. These are not you can do them at any time. It's not specific to a calendar day. They're always open, and you basically can do them and complete them over time. And it'll take a while. Some of them will be shorter, maybe like it'll only be one rank like long. But I want some. There's gonna be some that span from like the first one's E and it goes all the way to S. And basically the idea would be once you're out of a rank, so if it's a rank B race, and you're rank A, you can still do it. But if you're S, that saga is basically not completable anymore for that Bobo. You have to do it when you're within that range. So, and the idea behind them is that after you complete them and beat a full saga, they should feel a lot cooler. Like it's a bigger deal because it took a while to actually get through. It's like this full arc, like this training. You've trained your Bobo to go through all these. They're going to be pretty difficult, and they're going to be specific. The competitions on this side and trials are randomized Bobos that you play against each time, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it where it's specifically like catered. Like I make the Bobos for each individual competition, so it's the same thing every time. So, and then when you beat them, that will unlock big things. So you'll pretty much always unlock a map. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. Is basically every time you beat a full saga, you'll unlock the last one. The last competition will typically be on a new map you haven't seen before. It'll be locked. And then if you beat it, you unlock that map, and then a ton of trials open up on that map. So now any Bobo can do a ton of these competitions. It's basically just one final one over here, but then you unlock the map, and there could be, who knows, a ton. Basically, like there's no limit to how many I can make per map. And then it's also how you're going to unlock the different species. So I've talked about my Steam page, but it's Bobo stars. There's going to be 4 Bobo stars that you can take down, and those will be their own sagas. And then the final competition will be a race or some kind of competition against that Bobo star. So I've already announced Phantom and Fairy is basically the equivalent of Dark and Hero from Chao. So that's how you unlock those species. You get a sapling of that after you beat it, and then also that species will now be in the world if you can find it in the forest now, randomly. So that's how we unlock those. I said there's 4 because there's 2 more I haven't said yet. There's 2 more species, but I hope kind of want to just save them for the game so people don't see everything when they see trailers and stuff. But and then a couple other things. I mean, I have other ideas for bigger changes, like town changes. So, if I want the town to kind of adapt and change, maybe like new shops open over time, and then like maybe the accessory shops grows, kind of like similar to Animal Crossing, like Nook's Cranny kind of grows over time. And then I think some of these sagas will connect to that too. So if you don't unlock a species, you unlock the map still, and then a big new shop or something. So you'll see that over time. I'll probably make another devlog about that eventually because it's going to be later on after the demo and everything. But all right, I've just been talking. I'm so sorry. These devlogs are bad, but I'll show the UI. So basically, you can come up to this terminal. You'll see this little thing on the screen. And then you basically have, up top, you obviously have what day it is. So first of spring, year 1. And then all the different competitions. So you basically get, the colors are related to the grade. So these are 2 B ones, that's an E. And then the ones that are highlighted, like fully colored, are today. You can do those today. If you try to select these, it won't allow you to. And those dates on the side, so you see, basically this is like spring, like 9th of spring, and this is the 8th of summer. And then the little moon is just saying it's at night. I don't have nighttime built in yet, but it will be. That's the next time it happens. So I just want to make it clear that these top ones are happening today. And when you select them, then you can see the next time it'll happen. So this one happens the 2nd of spring too. So it'll happen tomorrow. So just, I think this is a way to just add strategy to like the game in general to kind of plan ahead. This is like honestly one of the first ideas I ever came up with. I might have to decrease that sound. I'm sorry if that's kind of loud. But yeah, it's one of the first things I ever came up with was to do this, like, I don't know, calendar system and then like planning ahead. So you're not just picking them, you can do them over and over. Basically, once you do a competition, it is closed for the day. You can no longer do it. And the Bobos also can't compete. And depending on the one, so like this one, the next time it'll happen is 2 days from now. You'll have some that are like, oh, it's not happening until next month. I think most of them will happen pretty frequently because I don't want it to be like a punishment. But because the sagas are anytime, I think I can really play around with the calendar stuff with this. So yeah, that's that. You can kind of select it. You have the type, so race. The dots are how many Bobos. So this is a relay race for 2 Bobos. This is a single. The majority of them will be singles because it makes more sense. But there will be stuff that are 2 and 3. So yeah, next on the right, so we have the name of the map and then a map view. So this took a while, but this is kind of something I really wanted to do, is a preview of basically, Chao has like the top-down map, and I'm going to have a lot of different maps that pop up, and right now I just have 2, and one of them isn't even done. I just made it kind of for this, which I'll go over in a sec. But yeah, basically we have the map and then difficulty. So you can have a rank B race, but then this one is less difficult than this one. It's just all of the Bobos you face will be the B rank, like B grade, but depending on that star level is how like well trained they are, basically. I guess quickly, I guess I'll go down. I have a mouse, I should use that. Here's the item that you'll win. So it just shows you what you'll win. Right now I just have snacks in there because the accessories aren't really working because the pivot is all wonky because of how it works in the game. So I don't know, I might have to like redo or I don't know, something. I have to do something for accessories so they work properly in here. They work, it's like off the screen kind of. So here's the snack you'll win, and then here's the money you'll win. So obviously more money for the higher ranks. this will like this stuff will change. I have no idea. Like once it's tested like a lot, I'll figure out like you know how much money should we want for each race because I don't know yet. But and then yeah, this view I think is really cool. Is you get the starting position and where it ends. So that's where it starts, that's where it ends, and then a little trail that shows you kind of where they'll be going. So goes over this, you'll see you know the map. It's not supposed to be like it tells you every little bit of information, but I want to give a good amount that kind of lets you like plan ahead a bit. But they'll jump over that gap. There's a climbing section, some swimming, and then the end, and that's where they end. And then I can show you this little. So this is Kiki Station. It's not done, but it's basically a swim focused map. Not all of them will be islands, but this is an easy one to make because the idea I've had, but I already had assets like sand texture and stuff, but it's yeah, like these little bitty islands, kind of all around, and there's this big like water train that or tram that goes through. It'll actually go as you're in there, which I think is kind of cool. Um, but this is a heavily swimming map, obviously, because they're just going to be going island to island. So a lot of swimming races will take place here. This is like a really early one, or like it's E rank because it's like a really short little swim back and forth. And then you also have this relay race, this 2-1, you'll see this purple one, and that's where that first relay point is. And you can have up to 3. So you'll see that it goes here, it's purple, and there's a swimming portion for the end. The anchor is the swimming. So this is another thing that I've always been excited about the idea of these relay races, and it's super cool to me because it's like a lot of people don't talk about it, but like I think this is gonna be like one of the coolest things about the game, just because I don't know, it's gonna provide this thing of like, all right, you can't just have a good Bobo. It's basically like a lot of people just in Chao they just focused on one and they just made that one perfect, but you can do that in this, but it's kind of this idea that like, well, you can't beat the relay races then because you're gonna need a well balanced 2 Bobos, or at least like a focused Bobo. So like this one specifically is a pretty long distance run, especially for B rank. Um, well, I guess that might change over time, but yeah, it's decently long. And then at that point, you just swim. So you could just have a Bobo for the anchor position that is like they just have amazing swimming, and you just train them on swimming. You just do swimming races, like maybe they only do those, and then you utilize them for these relay races. So I don't know, I think that's super cool. I'm excited to see kind of how people do it and all the different competitions I can make for it. But yeah, so this is kind of how this works. Basically, you just select one. So let's do like, well, we'll do this relay race. So then that will change. So it'll tell you the name of the race at the map, just to remind you, and then the color is dependent on the what's it called? Oh, I haven't actually done that. Oh my god, I'm finding a thing I haven't done yet. That's supposed to be colored dependent on the grade for the competition. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but that'll get colored. Oh, I see that. Oh yeah, this part will just be colored. So like if you pick up a Bobo, you can see. So like E is red, so it'll be red colored if it was an E rank. I can't remember what rank it was. B. So you get these little reminders. So place your Bobo. So over here, these little pedestals come up. So first is obviously the first. So just between these two, Power Gary is not good at swimming. Lily is also not really good at anything. I kind of picked bad Bobos for this, but it's okay. And then yeah, you can just place the first one down, and then now place your Bobo. There's one left, and then when you do that, you can enter. So we get yeah, we'll take a look at this one. We'll end the video off with a little race. It'll be bad because I don't think and I don't know if I've shown this in the devlog yet, but there's a little batons now. You'll notice a lot of them are running confidently. That's with their head back like that. That mood is given out pretty easily. I need to change that. But yeah, right now, and if they're like in a good mood or happy, they're probably going to be confident. So I need to make that change a bit lower. So, some of this map is not good. I have to update some of it, but they come up on the relay point, and then they'll hand the baton to their partner. Yeah, Lily is not fast. Yeah, this is how that works. It's not going to be a good competition, but that's okay. I just kind of wanted to show the functionality of it. There you go. Excellent. All right, well, I appreciate the support. Where's the other guy? This camera, I have forgot to set the. I just made this relay race today, and I forgot to set the camera thing. But basically, the second one, I have to set the camera for them. But as you see, oh, now it's fine. But it was still using the first one. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this is all cool to all of you too. Let me know what you think about everything. I'm really excited about what I did with the UI. I think it turned out pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, next time, I don't know. I have a lot on my list. Honestly, it's going to be a lot of, I think, bug fixing and, I don't know, I think a lot of bug fixing but the competition stuff is mostly done now, so I can kind of start to do some other stuff. So I don't know yet. I mean, I think it's going to be bug fixes, and then I have some other stuff I want to do for the Bobos. And I'll probably take a break from the competition stuff, to be honest, since that was a lot for the past few weeks. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next devlog, devlog 9, which will be in March. I'm recording this a bit earlier, but I'm going to upload it on the same date. Yeah, thank you so much. And please check out my TikTok. It's doing pretty well recently. If you haven't wishlisted on Steam, please do that. Join the Discord. Then some people told me to make a coffee. So if you, I guess, want to give money, you can do that. No pressure. I'm not currently doing anything for members, but if people want that, maybe I'll do that over time. But I just made it because some people wanted to kind of support the game. But that's it. Thank you so much. Peace.